Alright, so let's explore the element selector in this video. Here it is. Um, so let's start from the top, shall we? You can see this pause icon here. What can it possibly do? If I click on it, element selection is paused. And there is a new button here which is select overlay element. If I click on it, it does something weird. And I have selected something and I don't know what it does. So let me tell you. This is useful in cases where you want to select an element which is, sometimes like hard to, select, because if you click on something, it just gets disappeared. So let me just show you an example. If I unpause the selection, all right, and I want to select this save button. Now the save button is inside this more options thing, and I cannot click on it because, well, if I select try to open it, it just selects the more options button. So how can I get over with it? Well, I will pause it, I will click on it, and I will unpause it. Oops, it closes it again. Well, there is a shortcut to pause and unpause element selection, which is double press Control key. If you look closely, there is a title that appears. Double press Control key. You see? And let's double press the Control key. Whoa, it pauses it. So now that the element selection is paused, I can open this thing and I can unpause the element selection by pressing the Control key twice again, and it is unpaused. This is so simple. And then I can select this save button, which I wanted, and if I click on it, or I would rather use the enter key to select it, because sometimes clicking on it might mess up things. I would highly recommend that you always use enter key to select elements. So basically hover on them, and press the enter key. So I will hover on this and press the enter key. Alright, now we are on the shortcut selection window. Let me select a shortcut. Save. What can we possibly use for save? Let me do Shift+S. I mean, this is good enough. And save video. Save video. I think this is enough. Right. Shortcut is created. Let us test it. Is it there? Yes. Save video is there. Shift+S. I press Shift+S, and here it is. I've clicked on save video. You might wonder that save video, like the save button wasn't even there, then how did it click on it? Well, I mean, I wouldn't go into technicalities, but this button is always present. It's just hidden in the website, so you just can't see it, but it is present, and the my web shortcuts can actually access it. But it is not the case for many other buttons. So don't think that it will work everywhere. It works in this case, and I wanted to show you the pause and unpause functionality so that you can understand what it can be useful for. For like things like this where you need to click on multiple things, the multiple select element functionality is there, which is in the premium. So we'll talk about that later. Alright, so the pause and unpause is done. Let us explore the other thing. What is this? Well, this is the selectors that elements have. Well, you can ignore it for now, but in case you ever open it and you are like scared what the hell is happening, you just need to disable it. There will be a light green border if you see, if it is expanded, and you can of course hide it by just clicking on it again. What else? Selected single element. Yeah, as if you ever if you noticed, I will again show you once. I will pause this thing and I will open this and I will unpause, and then I will press enter. Oops, it again shows it. Well, I need to show you one thing, which is go to advanced, like more options, and show advanced options, and go to single element options. You see this confirm before selecting element. I will click on this, okay, and you see there is a selected single element. Let me show you that again. I will, yeah, now I have selected it, and because I ticked on this confirm before selecting element, now it has, like, it is showing me the selected element, and it doesn't directly open the shortcut selection menu. So this is also useful, and actually, I mean, pause and unpause selection, and this is like, you can think that this does the pretty much same thing, but it's not. They are different. This basically just makes you like confirm if you want to select that element. So you can take this option if you are like in case not sure. And what is this useful for? You see this new button here, start test. This is what it's useful for. Now if I click on start test button, let me zoom out. If I click on the start test button, you see this is clicking on it. Let me show you somewhere there. Let me focus on something else. You see, this is clicking on it. So it basically tests the selected element by clicking on it, and this is how you can verify that the element that you have selected is actually, correct. Because sometimes we could select something which is not even the correct element. Alright. So we have explored these options. Now let's get inside the more options thing. What the hell is more options? What are these things? Well, for most of the part, you can ignore this thing, strict selectors generation. Not really something that you need to check. The other thing is selectors. What are these things? You will find specific videos for these selectors thing, but I can tell you in very short way the text content. So if you want to make sure that the element that you have selected, you need to make sure that the text which it contains should be checked for before clicking on it. You can select this text content option. So like, what is text content? Well, it is simply the text that you see. So if I like, the text content for this element is share, for this is download, for like for this is subscribe, these are the text content. And like for this is ... more, and so on and so forth. That's what text content is. What is title and area label? So title is something that you see, let me show you. You see this little box that appears? This is the title. Like in this default box we highlight this. This is called title of an element. And this modified version of it, this is Aria label or area label. I don't know how to pronounce it. But basically these are some accessibility things which developers put so that people can understand what does that button or whatever like element does. So this is for search with your voice, this is for notifications, and like this comes like, I like this is very random. I don't know, for some they have done it, for some they have not. So for this is its title. So yeah, basically if you want to select an element through those things, you want to make sure that the title of that element should be this, and only then it should be selected. Then yeah, of course you can go ahead and like check these two. Make sure to like check both of them, because like sometimes title is present or Aria label is present, or one of them is might be missing. So you can select both of them. Or like, of course, text content, I already explained you can ignore all of these above things. These are the default selectors which are used in the element selection and like finding the element. So yeah, we are done with the selectors here. Now comes the advanced options. Advanced options are not really advanced. I mean, I should just tell you, nothing to worry about. Highlight focusable element only. Alright, let me show you something. If I enable this element selection, and you see, right now, the highlighter is going over all the things, like everything, all the boxes, empty spaces. Like, would you ever click on this title? Like, what is this? Would you click on this empty space? Not it is just like random things. So to prevent this kind of issue. Like it basically goes over everything, and sometimes it's also sometimes like it's bad because it can also select things which are not something that you want to select. Like for example, in this case, I've selected an img. Img means image, which means that I have selected the image of this thing. Now this is not really a good thing, a good element. Like it will work, like if I do a test, it works, but sometimes it won't, and you need to make sure that you select the correct element. All right, and so this is where the highlight focusable element only comes. If I check this, enable this, and now if I go over things, you see all of those highlight things are gone. And now if I go over some buttons, now that highlighter is coming, so it is only coming on things which can actually be clicked. You see, all of these things can actually be clicked, and that is why it is coming on. You see, this is where it is useful. All right, so I guess this was enough to give you a basic understanding of what it does. This one is not really that useful, but sometimes can be. So if I first let me show you without it. If I hover on this search input, it is like normal, it's just highlighting, right? If I focus the highlighted element, now if I go over it, you see it focuses on it. You see this little blue thing that comes, and it is like activated. This is what focus highlighted element does. Now what's next? Auto move away. This is a very useful thing. Auto move away basically moves away the element selector away from your the cursor, so that you can select the elements without the worry to again and again remove the element selector from your way. And how to disable it? Well, if you notice on top, there is a little highlight that is coming, which is to double press alt to auto move, and the same thing is to disable it, which is double press alt to disable auto move. So you see, so this is how you can enable disable auto move by double pressing the alt key, and also by selecting this thing. Select element using enter key. Well, I think I have told you this, but if I haven't, you should always select any element using the enter key. So hover on it and press the enter key, and not click on it, because sometimes clicking on it might be problematic. You might face issues. So this is what this option does. And in case you don't want to select an element using the enter key, you can disable it. Right. So yeah, this was all about the element selector, and I hope you will be creating some very useful shortcuts for yourself. Make sure to go to the Chrome Web Store and rate and review the extension, as it really motivates me to build more features and keep the extension running. Thank you.